Avengers Endgame has given the fans the ending they wanted. However, it's leaving many confused due to its numerous plot holes, so let's break it down. Hey guys, it's Ali for Hollywood Life, and let's talk about Avengers Endgame. I originally wanted to do a spoiler review, but everyone's going to see it anyway, so what am I really going to talk about, right? It's an awesome movie that took a ton of risks, and it does a nice job of wrapping up the last 10 to 11 years of the MCU. It also earned $1 billion worldwide on its opening weekend, which is bananas. But alright, there are some plot holes that left me scratching my brain, so let's talk about it, and maybe some smart fans can give me the answers I need in the comments below. So, big warning, here on out, we are heading into Spoiler City! Let's start with a big one. Something that didn't make sense to me was the Avengers making a huge plan to go back in time without contacting Captain Marvel. I get Captain Marvel was saving the other side of the universe, but I'm pretty sure her character would be game to undo the snap and save trillions of lives. Even if it took forever to get in contact, it's not like waiting a little longer would be a problem. 5 years passed by, they're not in a rush at this point. Another plot hole scratching my head, why didn't the team plan a heist to get more Pym Particles before going after the Infinity Stones? But then I guess as a film that would be too easy of a fix and we wouldn't get any danger or the emotional payoff of Steve seeing Peggy and Tony meeting his dad. Another problem with the Pym Particle time travel situation, if 2014 Thanos has the Pym Particles at one point, how did 2014 Nebula travel back? Was there really enough particles for both Thanos' ship and Evil Nebula to make it out of the other timeline? Also, how did the ship even make it to the other timeline without the GPS watch, which is just as important as the Pym Particles? Tony Stark literally would not do the mission without the device. My guess is the technology on Thanos' ship is advanced enough to copy and replicate the Pym Particles, and perhaps they were able to extract the necessary coordinates from the watch. Now to Steve Rogers returning all the Infinity Stones back at the end of the movie. How and what the
Whoa!
It's a little weird he's putting back the Space Stone without the Tesseract, but I guess things don't have to be in mint condition to prevent the other branch realities the Ancient One was worried about. Also, while I get he can GPS himself into different locations in space without a spaceship, how in the world is he going to return the Soul Stone? Did he have a super awkward combo with his nemesis, the Red Skull, and just hand in the stone? I feel this would create a big alternate reality considering no sacrifice would be needed for the next person who walks by the mountain. The other issue I have with the Ancient One complaining about their timeline being doomed without the stone, how did she not realize sooner that Bruce's timeline is relatively doing fine without the stones? Yeah, they couldn't undo the snap in time, but I feel like aside from that, the remaining Avengers didn't have any big fights or villains popping up because there wasn't any stones to acquire. So perhaps the ideal thing would be to destroy the stones.
Destroy!
Another issue with Cap, he lives a full life with Peggy until she dies. I actually buy the concept that he returned in time and stayed with her while his other self was still in ice and lived 2023 Cap's former life. However, how did he come back to 2023 without using the portal? I feel like he would need to use the Pym Particles otherwise to close a time loop. By not going back through the portal, it seems like the 2023 timeline is going to happen in every other timeline, but we know that can't really be the case since 2014 Thanos was essentially erased from his timeline. So now we got two timelines totally out of course, and now my brain is fried, so I'm moving on. There's a plot hole with Peter and his classmates going back to school 5 years later, but I feel like Far From Home will reveal he and his friends were all snapped, which is an easy fix. But alright, I'll just end this by saying, despite my nitpicking, I did love the movie and I can't wait to see it again and see if I missed anything because there was a lot happening all at once. But until next time, hit the sub, like, and bell button for all the latest and let us know in the comments your favorite part about the movie.